Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you back to our series in which we explore every single tool in the myCADtools suite. This week we're going to take a look at a small but very handy tool called VersionHistory. The VersionHistory lets you easily discover the who, what, and when for any SolidWorks document. That's SolidWorks part, drawing, or assembly files. So a lot of times we're handed parts that we don't know where they come from or who's had them in their possession, and it's always helpful to have that information when making changes to that document. VersionHistory is your one-stop tool to glean that information from that SolidWorks document. This tool lets you see who worked on the document and when, and you can also highlight possible problems in your work method or bugs in the software. And if you ever do encounter a problem that you just can't figure out, then go ahead and take it to us at MLC, and this VersionHistory tool can actually help us diagnose any issues with that specific SolidWorks file. So what the VersionHistory does is it shows the history of a SolidWorks file, all the versions of SolidWorks in which the file was recorded and listed, and this list can then be exported as a text file. Our key features are that it lists the version history of a document, major versions of SolidWorks, service packs. It also lists the properties of the document creator, creation date and last modification date, SolidWorks creation and modification versions, and it gives you the option to export that information to a text file. So we got a little bit of a taste of this tool in our previous video about the Update Version tool. However, this video will focus exclusively on the VersionHistory tool, so let's take a look. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up this first part here. This is just an elbow port, so let's go ahead and open that up, take a look. Alright, so we have this port here, and we want to see the history of this part. So we'll go up to the myCADtools toolbar, and right here we have VersionHistory. You can see it says, show the version history of a SolidWorks document. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And you can see right here we have our document history and an entire list of all kinds of information, including the version number, service pack date, the date, and then another column for a date which shows the modification or creation date. So this is a really old part. You can see it was created in SolidWorks 98+. We're going back quite a ways there. But if we cruise down, you can see that it was converted into SolidWorks 99, SolidWorks 2000, 2001, 2004, etc. All of this information is here, and it correlates specifically to this part. So our last entry is a SolidWorks 2013 version, and that was on November 14th, 2012. So not only do we have this information, we also have the features history, and if we click on this tab, the green bar will generate all of the history of every single feature that ever was involved with this part. So it's organized by feature, as you may have guessed, and then we have a created by, so that way we can tell who was responsible for each and every feature and the date that it was created. We also get the version in which this feature was created, the last modified date, and the modified version. So that's a lot of information that we can extract just using this one tool. From here, if we want to go ahead and find the version history of another tool, we can just go ahead and navigate to it. And let's say I want to check out the version history of this next part entitled block. I'll just go ahead and double click on it, and then we get the same exact information for that part. So you can see that this part was created in SolidWorks 1999, and all of that information is right here for you. Now if we go to feature history, it's going to ask us, do you want to open the file and analyze the features? The reason for this message is that in order to analyze a file, it does have to be open. So when I click yes, it'll open up that part, and then it will analyze the features. And if I close this, close that part and bring us back to our elbow here, when I hit active document, it'll take us back to that specific part and show us the feature history for that elbow part. So now I want to save that data and just have it on hand, so I can just click save as, and that'll allow me to save this information as a text document. So I'll just go ahead and click save, and then when I open up that text file, you can see all of the information that we just saved from the version history tool. It's all right here in your text file. So that's the version history tool. It's a really easy way to extract information from a SolidWorks file. This is a pretty straightforward tool, but if you do have any questions at all, please feel free to contact us at SolidWorks support@mlc-cad.com, and we'll see you next time.